Though I can't quite recall overnight sensation.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the last episode of The Chop for this season 13 finale. Finally, this season is finally over. Now I give you a challenge. I dare you to describe this season using only one word. Let's go to the comment. We have rigged, delusion, gagatondra, painful, relatable, a drag, overproduced, rigged, no, we are not there yet. Underwhelming, boring, Rigga Morris, delusional, I love that Jules, but it's not really there. Predictable, shock valued, candid. Oh my god, Little came through. No, Little didn't came through. We don't have a sponsor yet. Come on. Train wreck, shock value, drama, produced. Phoenix Rising, the winner! The winner is Phoenix Rising. This season was a complete bullshit. And who can say it better than Fifi O'Hara?
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's
a joke.
Every fucking time.
I was being realistic.
Realistic with bullshit? Girl, bullshit. You are a fucking liar.
Welcome to the worst season ever. A season that will not only be remembered as the longest season of RuPaul's Drag Race, but also as the one who managed to take the crown from season 11 to be the worst season ever in the history of RuPaul's Drag Race. This whole season was a complete mess, with the most lackluster top 4 in her story. And again, I mean no shade, congratulations to all of them, because despite all the critiques that I'm going to mention, they managed to really make a spot for them in the top 4, and of course getting all the exposure that they need to do drag as a full-time job. Never forget that. But we have Gottmik, a queen that's coming from a clearly privileged background with great makeup skills, but not much else. We have no singing abilities, no dancing, no acting. Pretty sure she bought all of her outfits for somebody else. A tiny bit of comedy, but it basically ends there. Then we have Kandy, a walking personality, or so we are told, with poor makeup skills, an awful wardrobe, one-note acting, no singing, no dancing, and she's supposed to be funny, but in a way she managed to make me laugh for all the wrong reasons. And then we have Rosé, the most well-rounded queen of the top 4, but in spite of that, she pales in comparison even to half of the cast of season 12. And finally we have our winner, Symone. So congratulations on Symone for winning. She was, out of the 4 of them, one of the best choices if you ask me, but you also have to understand that she basically won her crown solely on an incredible catwalk and the bag full of dreams. So if you take out the outfits, which scream House of Avalon, and the one-note acting, the bad dancing, no comedy, no singing, we are left with very little. So in my fantasy, Jada Essence Hall is going to be reigning for a second year, and she deserves it. Okay, so it's the finale! Yay! Are you excited? Yes, I'm excited. And we start with a little bit of a promotion for another song of RuPaul. Another song that RuPaul is interpreting for us on the main stage. You know, Ru giving her best impression of a room on stage is not really my cup of tea. So we start with this, and already it's going downhill. And I know it's going downhill, but I cannot stop watching. After this, our queens are asked to spend even more money. If they didn't spend enough preparing the outfits for the whole season, now they have to make even more expensive outfits for the finale. And it's not just the 3 outfits that we were shown in this finale ball. There were 3 more outfits. An AIDS awareness inspired performance. They had the dress for that. And they had the 2 lip-sync dresses. So they had to prepare 6 more outfits from the show to add up to a grand total of $5,000 to $15,000 for participating in the finale. Yeah, you know, who gives a shit? It's their money. So let's go to this ball, shall we? We have the black and white theme. We have Gottmik as Pinhead. It was a great reference, a great look. I liked it, I loved it, it was expensive, but you know, she can afford it. Kandy Muse looking the best she ever looked in the entire season. I loved everything about this outfit, and this is something that you never really heard from me. But I really loved her outfit. Then we have Rosé looking beautiful and heavy as usual, and this is not a remark on her weight, it's a remark on the flow of her dress. The dress is busy. And Symone, and I have no words for describing how incredible she actually looks. The only point that I have is that the dress again screams House of Avalon, but it's beautiful. It's possibly the most beautiful outfit in the entire season. Then we have the red all over runway with Gottmik, a great message and a bad dress overall. Kandy reminding us the reason why she is in the top. I mean, look how she looked. Rosé looking absolutely incredible, and Symone telling us that she ran out of money. Then after this, it's time for the finale, Eleganza Extravaganza, where we have Gottmik looking incredibly inspired by another creator on Instagram who later got to get acknowledged for creating the sketch for this outfit. Kandy with a nice set. Rosé looking opulently shapeless, and a fantastic concept for Symone. Probably the best dress in this category. Jules, Symone looked stunning. It was an homage to Michael Jackson and Beyonce. Yes, and speaking of Michael Jackson, look at RuPaul's nose, because that's almost copyright infringement. After this, finally we get to the real first high of this episode, with Jada Essence Hall, our reigning queen, outside with the audience in a drive-in sponsored by Bubbly Bounce Sparkling Water. Lest we forget about Bubbly Bounce Sparkling Water. Did I say Bubbly Bounce Sparkling Water? Jada is not on stage, of course, that is a crime against humanity. She is outside giving PR for Bubbly Bounce Sparkling Water. She should have been on that stage, RuPaul should have been outside. And you know that everybody would have loved the format. Nevertheless, it was nice to see her. After this, we are greeted to another clip show of the queens. If we didn't have enough clip shows in episode 14, if we didn't have enough clip show in episode 15, the reunion, then we have another bit of clip show in this segment with all of the queens. So the queens have a chance to rehash their storylines, they get message from their families, yada yada. Nothing interesting really happens here. We have Gottmik talking about painting Paris Hilton at age, I don't know, 18, 19, talking about privilege. Kandy with another push for her redemption edit. Rosé and Ru trying to seemingly out fake laugh each other's. And Symone getting a message from Rihanna, which feels correct. And if you think this is the low of this episode, no, because we are greeted to the most cringeworthy performance ever. In what is supposed to be a segment celebrating all of the people that died from the AIDS pandemic, we are greeted to this thing. I can tell you, my partner left the room. I was looking like, oh God, please make it stop, please. It was terrible. It was treacherous. It was embarrassing. But if you want to do to spread a little bit of awareness about what AIDS is, how the pandemic started, all the people that we lost, and that we will continue to lose, then you don't do it like that. Fuck this bullshit. Spend 5 minutes explaining how it started, how nobody understood what you were dying for, because people were dying for many different reasons. It's an illness that destroys your immune system, which means somebody will die from an infection to his liver, somebody else from a skin infection, somebody else from a pulmonary infection. Nobody knew what the fuck it was. It was called the gay cancer because it spread so rapidly in the gay community. What is this shit? Spend 5 minutes talking about things you lived through, because RuPaul lived through that. So preach, but don't serve me this bullshit. Which reminds me, there is an incredible documentary, which I think it's also available online, called We Were Here. Please watch it. Please don't forget what happened, and please don't forget that we lose almost 1 million people every year to this still ongoing pandemic. Now, with that said, let's move on to the second high of the season, a celebrating segment for Chi Chi DeVayne. This was so nice, it was done the right way, all the queens who knew her had a chance to speak about her and put in a nice word. And I don't want to ruin this segment by talking about how World of Wonder fucked her over for All Stars. We know all of that story. Let's just take a moment, remember, never forget, and also remember that last year we also lost Lady Red. If you like this queen, if you love them, support them now. You never know when you won't get a chance to see one of them anymore. And after this, it's half an hour in, we finally move to the lip sync for the crown, and something happens. Did anybody notice what happened in here that sound fishy and suspicious at best? Lemon, the queens didn't pick their opponent. Yes, Lemon, you got it. They didn't get to pick their opponent, as it was always being done in the finale. So yes, they spin the wheel twice, and in the end, we are greeted with Kandy lip-syncing against Rosé and Gottmik VS Symone. Now, oh good god, I don't know what to say about this lip sync. For me, it could very well be a double sachet. I mean, I'm sorry if Rosé couldn't properly move, but we are still in the fantasy that this is a competition, and both of them were absolutely underwhelming. So for me, this was a double sachet. And let me tell you something, if they indeed eliminated both of them, that would have been a gag. That would have been great television. Never forget that the choice of this song was Work Bitch by Britney Spears. And when you perform like that, and you had to top Mercedes Iman, that was only 2 seasons ago, well, you have to fucking deliver. And none of them delivered. So please, go home. Both of you. We're going to have one lip sync less, and it's going to be directly a lip sync for the crown, as it should be. But no, of course, World of Wonder had other plans for us. So Kandy wins, and she reaches the top 2, where she will lip sync against the winner between Symone and Gottmik. So after this, we jump to Gottmik vs Symone, and my god, it was good. We have incredible reveals, the lip sync is tight as a virgin asshole. Both had incredible stage presence, and incredibly, it looks like Gottmik got lip sync lessons, because she absolutely killed it. I've been telling you since that first episode, Gottmik cannot lip sync for shit. Well, she fucking delivered everything. We should have had, only because of this, we should have had a double fucking crowning. They have the money. If you can afford, allegedly, to pay RuPaul $100,000 plus per episode, then you can afford 2 fucking crowning. And that would have been a gag. That would have been more great television, but of course we cannot have good television. Next we're going to have Kandy Muse versus Symone to lip sync for the damn crown. But before that happens, let's go to the last high of the season, where we finally get to see the queens from season 13 that were not invited to the show. Couldn't you fly them there and have them live? What is this? Of course they had to make one more outfit, because of course who gives a shit about their money, blah blah blah. It's their thing. But Well, this is what we have. Then, of course, finally we get to see a little bit more of ID for the Miss Congeniality Award, which deservingly, and I said what I fucking said, goes to Lala Ree, and a little bit more of Jada Essence Hall. We never have enough Jada Essence Hall. There is never enough Jada. More Jada. Bring Jada fucking back. Ever present a fucking show. She is one of the best winner in ages. She has it all. She is beautiful. She has an incredible personality. She is allergic to fucking fakeness, which is a pandemic among queens in the recent years. All of them. Overproduced. Overthinking. All about sisterhood. Fuck that. Give me a little bit of dose of reality. Give me the essence of beauty. Give me Jada Essence Hall. We never have enough Jada. More fucking Jada. She is beautiful. She has talent. She has it fucking all. She's Jada Essence Hall. We want more. How can you not fucking get it that you're sitting on a gold mine and you're not using it? It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. And that's all. That's all I'm going to say for that. It was a crime that she didn't present this episode, because you know it would have been 1000% better. Imagine if she sat there and interviewed the queens, and while they were rehashing their storyline, you know she would have stopped them and said, yes, but let's cut to the bullshit. What did you learn from this? Quickly. We were robbed of a year of reigning that would have been incredible. So no shade to Symone. No shade to Symone. But to me, Jada is one of those queens who is going to reign for a couple of years. Jessica S. I heard that the most of the queens didn't want to travel for the finale because of having to quarantine before and probably even after, so they would miss. Oh, that would explain it. That would explain it. But, you know, at least they could have had a little bit more segment with them. They basically disappeared. They appeared for what, like 5 seconds? We had 40 minutes of filler, 10 minutes of lip sync, and 5 minutes of Jada Essence Hall. That doesn't sit right with me. There is something wrong. There is something fucking wrong with that. So, it's the final lip sync. The lip sync for the crown, and we have Kandy Muse versus Symone. Now, you know what I think about Kandy's lip sync. It was what it was. Symone absolutely killed it. Talking about killing it with simplicity. You don't need expensive gags. You don't need expensive reveals. Bring that fucking energy and give me this tiny bit of eye candy. That is enough. That is enough for everyone. We don't need a Sasha Velour every fucking finale for the crown. Never forget the train wreck that was Asia's performance back in the time. So Symone absolutely killed it. There is no contest. She won this lip sync. She won fair and square. So I will not accept anything about anyone. She won. Although it would have been gaggy. It would have been gaggy if Kandy was grappled. Because you know what I think about it. A messy season deserves a messy winner. So by this point, I was in front of my screen, screaming, Kandy, 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 come on, do it, don't be afraid. Kandy. We were robbed of an incredible moment. You would have seen people getting an aneurysm live while watching this fucking show. Oh my god, oh my god. And I want you to think about one simple fact. Kandy Muse lip-synced a whopping 7 times this season, and she won 6 times, making her the best lip-syncer in the history of the show and granting her the title of the best lip-sync assassin ever. Think about that for a fucking moment. Compared to Jujubee, she towers everyone. She is the best lip-sync assassin we've ever had. Isn't that mind-blowing? Think about that. Think about that for a moment. Let it sink in. It's fucking incredible, isn't it? Latif Nick, Symone also lip-synced 7 times and won them all. Did she? Oh, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Stop there for a moment. You are right. She won episode 1. Then she won episode 2. Then she won the double Shantae in episode 8. Then she won in episode 12. Then she won in episode 14. Then she lip-synced the first time and lip-synced the second time. She lip-synced 7 times and won 7 times. Oh my god, thank god. Thank god. Symone is the best lip-sync assassins ever. The runner-up is Kandy Muse. With 6 wins out of 7. Oh yes. Yes. So, after this, Symone gets crowned, and thank God, at least she was crowned. Although I still believe that Kandy probably could have used the coins a little bit more, you know, because they're all in debt. But while Symone has a huge family behind her back, who helped her probably with a ton of outfits, who can have loaned her a lot of stuff, I don't think Kandy had much support coming to Drag Race, so she probably could have used the money a little bit more than Symone. Me know something, the real winner is the baby oil Symone uses on her skin. The real winner is the hard-on everybody got when Symone was on the round. And with that, the chop for season 13 is finally over. It's been a wild ride that lasted for 6 months, at least from my point of view, because I've been late with releasing the episodes. Nevertheless, thank you so much for everyone who joined the live streams every Sunday. We are going to have the next live stream this Sunday for part 2 of the Drag Race contract, and the Sunday after we'll be back for the chop for All Stars 6. Thank you so much for everybody who joined in for the episodes, who left a comment, who had a nice laugh with us. It was a wild ride. It was the first time it went the way it went, but maybe next time I will be actually able to deliver the videos on time. Of course, a special thanks to our patrons for supporting the channel and supporting what we do here. And a shout out to Natalie, Nora and Darius who just joined this month. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.